Welcome back, adventurers, to Dungeons and Dragons adventure.
Magic.
With everyone. Sips, would you like to play us a song to raise the morale of the party? Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Nice.
The party feels warmed by your song, but does not gain an extra hit point.
The fuck? You should put my heart into it.
I put all my heart and soul into that.
Because the party
You suck!
is the party is the party loses morale due to Simon's booing of Sips, and everyone loses a hit point.
You bastard!
What a son of a bitch.
I gain morale
Everyone
from that.
feels a little bit weaker, but it's also due to the fact that it's the end of a day and you're tired on the road. But fortunately, on this island of Nublar, near the great city of Marimport, you spot a small village in the distance, the village of Wook. Would all of you like to roll a d20 to find out if you know anything about this town? So roll a d20.
Do you know anything?
And I will check on your wisdom.
I got a 16. Wisdom. Oh,
Duncan
shit.
is very wise, and he has heard of the town of Wook.
I got -1. What does that mean?
How is that possible?
I got a 2.
However, Simon gives Duncan misinformation about it. So in fact they argue a little bit.
It's full of gerbils. They've taken over the town.
You're not quite
I
sure.
got +2 as well, though, so I got 16 again.
The town of Wook is
15.
actually located
17.
high in the hills and famous for its owl population.
Really?
Although Simon swears it is gerbils, confusing the party. Although it is a small town, my crystal ball tells me it is prosperous, and they breed famous fighting owls and also sell owl hides, which are used throughout the land.
Owl hides.
For clothing and parchment and all manner of goodness gracious, good things.
Is that what my leather tassels are made out of? Because
It
I don't
is.
want to wear them anymore.
Owl tassels are particularly good for sticking onto the
okay.
nipples of orc females.
They provide excellent suction. Nipple suction's very important when it comes to tassels, guys.
The beak is removed and the tongue sticks very strongly like glue.
Do they have tongues?
Do owls have tongues?
Good question. One which will be answered by my crystal ball.
Oh.
It says citation needed.
You probably do.
You enter the town of Wook, and you see down the main street as it is dusk and getting dark, people are putting away their stalls, but it is still open, and there are still things to do.
This place stinks of owls. It's a bit tiny and shabby. Not really sure we'll find much adventure here. Just lots of owls. Well, I wasn't that impressed with the town of Wook. It seemed a sort of grotty place, and it didn't look like the kind of place that you would become a hero in. It was a shithole, it really was.
You look around. What are you most interested in doing, travellers? What are you interested in?
I want to buy a crossbow.
I want to sell these tassels.
Oh no! God,
SAP.
please do not sell those tassels.
They're the only thing covering your modesty.
You look down the street, Duncan, and you see a few market stalls still open with a few tired, haggard-looking traders, mostly selling owl-related products.
I don't want an owl.
There are a couple
can I get an owl?
of buildings.
I don't want an owl. Can I get an owl? That's what he just
Try
said.
to buy an
How much is an
owlehide
owl
crossbow, and then you can
crossbow.
great.
Ask the merchant.
You approach one of the stalls. Which one is the most interesting to you? The one with the old man who's haggard, or the one with the voluptuous lady who has a big bosom?
What are they selling?
Owl-related products.
Is there any live owls on display?
No, only dead owls.
Oh, God.
Okay, I talk to the man.
Hello, sir. Would you like to buy anything owl-related?
I just want some information.
Owl hides, owl feathers, owl number plates for your bicycle. I've got owl-related parchment and owl ink, and owl spleen, and owl steak.
I would like it known
Owl
that
steak.
I object to this owl cruelty.
Well, sir, I've never heard the like. Please leave my stall immediately.
Get out,
And he
Shin.
pushes you away.
You can't leave a stall, it's outside.
He's folding up. He folds his stall.
Oh,
I'm
come on.
leaving, he says. And then he goes. He's off down the street.
Can I not talk to him?
Nope, he's away. He
I
was
chase
so
him.
offended
I
by
Chase him down the street.
the
Cast
repulsive-
fireball.
Oh my goodness.
No, I don't.
Okay. You take at the last second you recline your hand and the fireball fades away. Your two uses of fireball for the day are retained.
Save those. Don't use them
I
on
am going to need
store.
them later.
So Simon and Sips, because they've not been intervening, they've had a chance to look around, and they can see down the street is a large, lush-looking temple, and also there are two sort of lit-up bars. One of them is quite clearly a franchise establishment. There's lots of them all over the country. It's called a Shafties. And the other one is a kind of a small, dingy-looking tavern called the Rook.
Can we call the first one Nethespoons?
It does look fancy and overpriced. Well, no, actually, it's not. It's formally, I suppose it would formally be a cattle shed or something like that.
You wouldn't be allowed in Nethespoons because they don't allow music in there.
Yeah.
I can
smart.
charm the doorman with my magical spells.
Okay, so you walk
I
up
don't
to
want to
Shafties.
actually do that. I'm just saying.
You're suggesting that you
hypothetically
could. So you're
yeah.
talking on the pavement whether you can get in.
Yeah.
I wanted
Shafties.
to actually charm the owl guy and try to sell him my tassels.
It's too
So
late.
okay, well, you wiggle your tassels.
No, I'll charm
at
him.
the fleeting body of
And
the
then
owl
once
man.
I've charmed him sufficiently, I'll rip him off by selling the tassels.
Okay, well,
It's okay, Simon. Don't worry. My breasts are
Okay, well,
weather
he's
beaten.
retreating down the road, but
They're
he looks
like
over
tough
his
as
shoulder.
leather.
He glances over his shoulder. Would you like to roll to see if you can charm him?
Yeah, which one?
You will need to roll a d20, and you will need to roll against your charisma, which you get a bonus for, I believe, because you are very attractive.
Shit.
So let's have a roll.
I have 19 charisma
Wow.
with my bonus. That's right, bitch.
You're very pretty.
Didn't orcs get like minus charisma?
Got the good
Nobody's
luck blow.
pretty one. Well, pretty for an orc.
18.
Nice.
Bam!
Wow.
No more tassels.
The old owl salesman turns around and sees you strutting your stuff, swinging your lady boobs around in the street, and his eyes glisten over as if he were suddenly seeing the most beautiful phantasm of a creature, of a mermaid, of a wonderful thing. And he turns around and he comes back to you and he says, Beautiful lady, what is it? I can stay open a little bit longer. Are you interested in any owl-related products or services?
I think the key to a good adventure is having all the resources you need to go on that adventure. And when I found out that guy had just a ton of owl stuff, I knew right there and then that I had to steal it all. I want to sell these tassels for 150 big ones.
Oh, are they genuine owl hide? He says.
Of course they are.
Well, my lady, I'm afraid I don't carry that kind of gold. Owl-related products usually only sell for a few copper or silver. But I could possibly give you 1 gold piece for your tassels.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It is all I have.
I'm up to 51. I can afford the crossbow, Duncan. We got it.
But no one's selling a crossbow.
We need to
Doesn't
find a
matter.
weapon shop.
If somebody is and it's 51 gold, I'm all
I
over
made that up earlier as a joke when Duncan said he wanted to get a crossbow before we started.
I think I want my tassels back.
It's too late.
Oh well, got 51 gold.
You remove your tassels, and the old man sees your frame and is so
Visibly aroused.
visibly shocked by the experience that he spins around, does a pirouette, and collapses on the floor.
He got one glimpse of my big milkers and that was it. It was all over.
Seduced.
I'm taking all the owl stuff.
You can add 75 coppers worth of owl-related products to your inventory,
Sweet.
and you can take a -2
Whoa,
to your
whoa, whoa,
strength
whoa, hang
while
on.
you're carrying them.
I did all the work. I get all the owl stuff.
No, I took it.
What the hell?
He swooped in, I grabbed
I
it
thought
all.
we were a team.
I'll give it to you. There you go.
You should have used a spot check to see if the guards were looking.
You have an
Owl
entire
stuff.
trolley load that you're now pushing around.
Sips is doing it.
Sips is doing it.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Brilliant.
How strong
got
are you?
I'm pretty fucking strong.
Okay.
I've got 17 strength. That should be
What?
more than enough to
Oh, he's an orc.
pull around the
I've got
cart.
6.
full
Okay,
of-
you take a -2 modifier just because it's going to tire you out pushing this cart around. So if you want to bring it, that's what you get.
Well, guys, I mean, don't worry. I think it's going to be worth it because you never know.
You don't know, it's all worthless owl-related stuff. Owl oil, you've got some.
There's
some
license
stuff to
plates
coat
in there and
owl in.
everything. It's fantastic. There's a spleen in there
Vials
somewhere
of
too.
owl
apparently.
oil may be
I'm taking a vial of owl oil.
Well, just in Sips's.
Out
You
of
have to
the-
rummage
out of
around
the
in it
trolley.
if you need it.
Sorry.
Okay.
The oil is firmly mine.
What are you two just rummaging around in a dead stallkeeper's cart
It's dead.
for bits of dead owls?
His owl paraphernalia.
How much gold is he carrying?
You rummage through his pockets.
I've already got
And,
one of them. One
yeah.
gold.
You find a small wallet which contains
got a wallet?
picture of
His kids.
his kids.
A man with one tit.
Oh god!
But that's all, and just some dust and flint and lint and flint.
Flint. Perfect.
Flint.
He's carrying a flint. There you go, flint and the owl oil.
I did mean lint.
Start a fire.
Flint and owl oil.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And a flint.
And a flint.
A bit of flint.
Bit of flint.
We
Good.
should, we should inform his loved ones.
Is he actually dead?
No, he's just dozing. He's goggled. He's got little birds flying around his head. You know, he's all dazed by.
Are they
He's
owls?
charmed. He's a charm.
It's got little owls.
This is really theft, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of Sips's most powerful abilities, charming, an innocent bystander.
Yeah, Shin, but why you gotta judge?
He's gonna wake up and all his owl stuff is gone.
Are you going to take the gold back that you gave him?
No.
You're going to leave him with the gold. He'll be able to rebuy his inventory with the gold. Oh no, he gave you the gold, didn't
Gave
he?
you
He
the
gave you
gold.
everything. You've taken everything.
Got everything.
But he's got the tassels.
I fleeced
See
him.
if you can get his house keys. Find out where he lives.
Yes.
Rob everything.
As a final mark of disrespect, I've completely declothed them and
Oh my
only put the tassels on him. So when he wakes up, he'll have nothing but tassels.
So you've left him with just the tassels. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
good. I mean, I think he'll be fine actually with that deal. I think he'll have a treasured memory to help him through the future.
And
So
if not, he'll just rot in hell and nobody cares.
Oh my god.
It was a bit of a waste of time for Sips to steal that guy's stuff, but it was pretty impressive that he could show that he had that much influence, with his womanly charms.
in all the time that you've spent milling around, it's got darker and darker, and all the lights on the street have gone out. It's completely dark except for Shafty's and the dingy rook of Wook.
Dingy Rook of Wook.
Yep. And there's a sort of a bouncer looking quite smart outside Shafty's, but obviously the rook of Wook.
I just imagine him to be Chewbacca now because of the whole Wook thing. He's just standing outside as the bouncer.
The bouncer growls at you.
I would like to sing the bouncer a lullaby, if I may.
Okay. You approach the bouncer,
Yeah.
and he says, "Cover yourself up, darling. None of your type in here.
Oh, told.
This is a classy establishment for children and families."
Oh my god.
Oh.
You know how we could get round this? If Duncan, as a gnome, pretends to be your baby and you're breastfeeding him,
Yes.
then you'd be allowed to, in public, to have your norks out.
Hop on, Duncan. We've got some fooling.
I agree
do.
to this plan.
What? I didn't expect you to agree to it.
Okay, let's have this convincing charade at so he's sort of standing there
Oh
looking a
my
bit
God.
suspicious, and he will roll a dice to determine how convincing you are.
I had a moment of madness and I suggested it, and I didn't realise that they would just go with it, It's like when you're at a party and it's all men and you say, why don't we just all get naked? You don't expect people to do it, and you're kind of forced to go along with it and just strip nude. That was a good night, actually.
Duncan, from the start, knew that I was like a very attractive female orc and was just looking for any excuse to basically get on my bosom.
I was very impressed with the way he suckled that babe.
The bouncer is completely on board with this, actually. He's
Why
fine
not?
with it. And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, mistress. I didn't realise that you were a breastfeeding mother. In you come. We'll get you a warm glass of milk as well for your baby. And I'm sure we could rustle up something from the kitchen for the young one."
He's already got some warm milk.
He's got milk.
So
Are you lactating?
Big time.
Oh god.
It's going everywhere. If we weren't there, it would just be like a sprinkler.
So in you go, into
We
Shafty's.
made it in.
And me and Simon getting in as well?
No.
Sure. Do you just want to bluff
If
your way in?
he's so easily fooled,
I'm his her husband.
Okay.
This is a public
That's our son.
And who are you? And who are you, you filthy rag? You ragamuffin.
I'm their son.
You're their son as well?
Yeah. Son.
Okay. He says,
Accelerated facial puberty.
I've hurt my eye, so I can't really see very well, but I'll just go with it. It's also very dark out here, so in you go. We could do with the customers.
Thank you,
That was
Bouncer.
lucky. That was
lucky
Oh,
indeed.
I got 1 extra gold. I mean, I can buy us like some sort of like cat feast or
How much
something.
does a pint cost?
So, well, you can ask. So you enter Shafty's.
It comes in pints.
It's a sort of a glaring, former cattle shed. A sort of quite tasteless, garish interior design. Sticky carpets. A kind of
they actually have
old,
carpet?
archaic, jukeboxy type machine playing sort of old, really
A jukebox?
unfashionable. Yeah,
I thought we were in like a sort of medieval high fantasy.
well, it's a kind of contraption that's been rigged up out of sort of old
music
old
box.
bits of
It's like
music.
a Flintstones jukebox. There's a bird and its beak is
That's
like the
right.
needle.
And
all
there's,
those things
there's
that
an old
turns.
goblin winding it as well, and he's sort of winding it away.
okay,
He's doing that. And behind the bar, is a nice sort of tidy dwarf with a bow tie, and he's sort of spitting, into glasses and rubbing them nice and clean. So that's how dwarf spit is famously an antibiotic and it cleanses
There you go, Duncan. It's
cleanses the glasses.
You can just put it in my glove.
Don't worry, I got this one, guys.
What would you like to do? What are you interested in?
A round of Mountain Dews for me and all my buds, bartender.
Yay!
Yay!
Other energy drinks are available.
Mountain Dews? Are you sure that's the most alcoholic drink we've got? Rocks your throat completely. Terribly powerful. You'll be sleeping like a log for the next week if you drink those.
Sounds like the stuff.
God, that was in the 69th Legion. I mean, come on.
Let's get 3.5. Sorry, Duncan, you can have a
Yeah,
half.
Duncan's full up on the milk, so
The young
just
one.
three Mountain Dews.
Do you have any?
two Mountain Dews for me and my husband, and a Pepsi for
Pepsi for
the
sport.
young man.
Just here you go, as you ordered. 4 Mountain Dews,
4. How much are they?
5 gold pieces each.
Oh my god!
Outrageous.
Send them all back.
That is
want them anymore.
outrageous.
I'll buy it. It's my round. It's
Okay.
my round.
All right,
Okay.
perfect.
So that's 20 gold.
Honestly, spending 20 gold.
On Mountain Dews.
Sure.
Shafties ain't called Shafties for no reason.
Jesus
We're getting
Christ.
shaft.
Can we not haggle him down a bit?
Do we want to get food too?
Well, he's not getting a tip.
Wasn't the bouncer going
So-
to get us some food for like you
damn
and
it.
your baby?
Oh, that's right too. Yeah. The
Oh,
bouncer
yeah.
offered us some food. Can we?
Did he?
Yeah.
Old Wilhelm outside, he
Yeah.
don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's a pirate now. Apparently the bartender used to be a Scotsman, now he's a pirate.
Oh, great.
He takes your 20 gold, he hands the drinks over, and you
20
down
gold.
them, and they're not as strong as they were promised to be. You feel a little bit of tipsy, but you feel a little bit re-energized after your long day.
Oi, have you watered down this Mountain Dew?
Rules, company policy, standard Mountain Dew, as it's always been. I get it from HQ in a cask.
It tastes like it's been watered down. Have you been diluting this?
No more than it's already diluted.
So it is diluted.
I don't know.
We got it.
I don't know, sir.
I paid good money for this drink, and you're telling me that you've watered it down.
I don't want any trouble. I'll throw in some free bowls of hearty stew
Is it owl
on the
stew?
It
house.
better not be
Owl
owl
stew.
Owl stew is the only stew in Wook.
I'm not
And it's
eating
very
this.
good, very tasty.
Oh,
Fuck.
God.
Wook.
Don't like
Let's get out of
owl
here.
stew, sir?
No, I object to your owl cruelty, sir.
Here's a piece of bread for you.
Thanks.
Owl bread.
With
Owl bread.
Shafty's was alright. I've been in worse places. It was fairly quiet. You could have a conversation in there. The beer, it did taste watered down and it was very expensive. However, we're in an economic crisis at the moment in Wook, so people have got bills to pay. So I can understand that a small businessman, such as the barman, who I believe he was a dwarf, or at least he was short, and he had a beard. He was a short man with a beard. That's practically a dwarf, and I felt for him. And I was happy to hand over my money to such a glorious bearded man.
What are you doing in town anyway, adventurers? What brings you to this part of the world?
We're here to seek fortune and glory.
I've got a whole wagon full of owl products I'm trying to get rid of.
That too.
Well, this is the owl place to get all the products. You want to take them to the next town to sell them, though. I'm afraid no one will buy them here. Owl products coming out of their windows. They've got houses full of owl products everywhere. No one's interested.
Coming out their windows.
Even here behind the bar, I have a stack of owl hides. So many owl products. We're drowning in them. Anyway, take your drinks and go and sit down at the bar. I ain't got no news for you. If you want to find adventure, you're gonna have to speak to some of the locals. I'm sure there's someone who needs something doing. There always is in Wook.